So this is just a quick video on how to add a gallery to WordPress when you don't have a Lightbox plugin installed, and then how to do it when you do have a Lightbox installed. So when you go in to create a new post and you have no Lightbox plugin, by default WordPress's behavior is to link to the attachment image, and I'll show you what that means. So when you go to Add Media, you hit Create Gallery, you pick your gallery images, and you hit the button for Create New Gallery. You're going to see under these gallery settings that the default behavior is 3 columns. It's a link to attachment page. Your other options are media, file, or none. And then you have the size if you want your thumbnails or if you want it to be medium or whatever it is. So let's just do the default behavior for this and make the size a little bigger. Now this has been installed and you can see that there are these shortcodes. The shortcodes just show you, okay, these are the IDs for each of the images that we're including, and the size is medium. So when we go in, we hit Add Media and we create a gallery, we're basically just generating the shortcode. And then WordPress, by default, knows what to do with this using the basic WordPress native galleries, if that makes sense. So just going to go through and preview it. And you'll see by default, this is what those gallery images look like. So medium is only going to determine the width, and you can see that if some of these images are, portrait and some are landscape, it's going to look like this. So let's go back, and instead of saying medium, let's say thumbnail, which is what it was. Preview. So this is more what we're used to seeing when we look at it. Now, when I click on one, because it had it defaulted to the attachment image, it's going to take me to this page. If I click on it again, it's going to take me to the actual URL for the image in the browser. So this would be the media file. If we were creating a plugin and we were adding a gallery, create gallery, you can see the option for media file is where it would show up if we had double-clicked on the attachment page. So WordPress, by default, creates an attachment page. So I'm just going to show you one image. So you can see that this is called Summer Solstice 25. So when we go in and view that post, I think this one's Summer Solstice 25. This one's Summer Solstice 73. You can see that the name of the image now becomes its own URL in here, and that's sort of a thin, awkward page that we never styled because we don't want to use this page. And now we're on the actual URL page if we click it again for the media file. So just to recap, you go in, you add media, you are creating a gallery, and if you link to media file, insert the gallery, delete the one that we had, preview, and we click on it, it'll go right to that URL page. So when we get the Lightbox working, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to activate our Lightbox. Now that it's activated, by default, the behavior for any sort of link for images, so create gallery, whether it's the attachment image or attachment page or the media file, it's going to create that Lightbox effect. So we go in and preview, assuming that plugin's working, you click on it, and you can see that inside the actual preview URL, it's popping up and you can swipe through them. So those are sort of the two options. If the Lightbox plugin is not activated, it's not going to show up that way. It's going to do the default native WordPress behavior. If it is activated, then it's going to work this way. So we're going to leave it activated. So when you create a gallery, you don't have to think about the attachment page issues of it linking to another thing, and one can kind of easily create a gallery the way that we showed you in here. But yeah, that's just sort of an explanation of what those different gallery settings do.